Alright, so we just got some huge leaks right now, and basically, to summarize, it's about to go down. So basically, let's just get right into this shit. Jamatsu and their reputable Japanese video game news website have tweeted this: Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time, rated for PS4, Xbox One in Taiwan. Taiwan? And it goes to a link, and links to the website, and it says the Taiwan Digital Game Rating Committee has rated the unannounced Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It is developed by Spyro Reignited Trilogy Studio, Toys for Bob. So there's so much we have to talk about here, but you can see the image here. It says Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time. You've got the whole art and everything, and everyone is pretty much treating this as real because it's real. There's been so many hints before that have pointed to us getting a new Crash game. And you can even see here that Activision began teasing the announcement of the game earlier because they were sending members of the press a 200-piece puzzle that depicts a new mask first teased in a November 2019 PlayStation 4 promotional video. And if you look at the article here, it shows you the image of the puzzle, and that's the new character that's going to be in this Crash 4 game. And of course, I knew about this from a while back because I saw a video, I can't remember the exact video, but it was basically saying evidence that there's a new Crash game in the works, and they showed this, and this is from November 2019, and you can see the character was slightly just unveiled in a completely separate promotional video, showing that they were leaving little hints, teases that they were working on something. And obviously the fact that it's been submitted to a digital game rating committee means that it's an actual thing that they have to get approved because they have to get the age rating to release it. So it's pretty official. You can see here the description that accompanies the rating: Crash is relaxing and exploring his island in his time, 1998, set in the past, when he finds a mysterious mask hidden away in a cave, Lani Lolly. Oh god. The mask is one of the quantum masks and apparently knows Aku Aku, which actually the voice actor for Aku Aku, at least the earlier one from the Crash Team Racing era, has sadly passed away, rest in peace. But Crash's mask friend, with the quantum mask returning and a quantum rift appearing near our heroes, they decide to bravely head through to different times and dimensions to stop whoever is responsible. So I find that pretty interesting because I think they had a time travel thing in Crash 3 as well. I should probably give you guys my history of Crash. I actually grew up on the Wrath of Cortex. I mean, I didn't play it that much because it was a friend who had it, but I did play it and I enjoyed it. I don't know how far I got. And then years later, they ported Nitro Kart to iOS, so I played that on iPod Touch. And then eventually, when Insane Trilogy was announced, I went and played the original first 3 Crash games on emulator, and then also on Insane Trilogy. So that's what, 5 games? Oh, see, I played Crash Team Racing as well. When that came out, the remake. I played both the original and the remake around the time the remake came out. So pretty much, I'm definitely looking forward to this game because even those small amount of games I've played, I already think Crash is one of my favorite franchises. Now, I have the unpopular opinion when it comes to the original trilogy. I thought the first one was the best. Maybe it's because I played it on remake more, and obviously the saving is better there as opposed to the way you had to save on the first one. But honestly, I would rank it as the first one was my favorite, then 3, then 2. I know a lot of people prefer 2. I just felt like it wasn't as impressive to me. I mean, there was new moves and a lot of ice levels, but something about Crash 1's brutalness, or brutality, it was just really appealing to me. I just really enjoyed it. Crash 3, I put it over 2 because I think there was just a lot more new things going on there compared to 2. 2 was here's 1 but easier with more ice levels and a few new moves, and 3 was okay, we're changing it up a bit more. I wasn't a big fan of, having a million different vehicles, but at the same time, I felt like it was more fresh, and I'll probably go back to 3 more than 2. But the point is, most people considered Crash the Wrath of Cortex as the 4th game, and I guess that's kind of what they were going for at the time. But of course, Wrath of Cortex was not as well received as the initial trilogy, because the initial trilogy, as well as Team Racing, was made by Naughty Dog, and they moved on to work on other things such as Jak and Daxter. So they gave Wrath of Cortex to another developer, which was, I think, Traveler's Tales. And when you know what happens when different developers work on a franchise and they don't fully understand the core essence of what makes a game special or what makes a franchise special, they might change things up and it may not appeal to people the same way. Now, I haven't replayed Wrath of Cortex since I was a kid, so I may have the unpopular opinion and end up liking it. Obviously, I liked it as a kid because that was the only Crash I had played, so at that point, I just thought Crash was cool. But I haven't gone back to play it after beating the first 3 as an adult, so it'll be interesting to see how I feel about it now. But the consensus is that it wasn't as liked as the first 3, So I can see why they're trying to essentially rewrite history by saying, no, that wasn't Crash 4. I know you've been saying that's Crash 4 for like 19 years, but nah, this is Crash 4. And then if this one does well, then everyone will just go along with it, right? That's what franchises love to do, like to rewrite history. Like, oh no, that wasn't a sequel. Like, I know we marketed it as such, but you know, it didn't do as well. So now this is the new sequel. This is the real sequel. So we'll have to see how that goes. Based off the name alone, we know it's going to be heavily based off time travel. And I'm really just hoping that Toys for Bob know what they're doing, because obviously Vicarious Visions did the Insane Trilogy remake. So we already know that they kind of have an idea of how Crash works in the 3D space, like not a racing game obviously. But then of course they went to go and do Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remakes, which I made a video on that, but it means that they weren't available to do this. But to be fair, Toys for Bob have worked on the Insane Trilogy alongside them, although Vicarious Visions did the main work, and they've also did the Spyro Reignited trilogy, and you know, I guess they've got a decent amount of knowledge. I feel like we can trust that they'll do something, you know, good. But I guess only time will tell. I mean, we're yet to see an actual trailer yet, but we can tell the way things are going that a proper reveal is impending. If you go back to the image here, it says Xbox One and Series X, so I'm guessing it's developed for Xbox One, but Series X obviously has got backwards compatibility, so it's going to run on Series X, and it just says PS4, it doesn't say PS5, but I'm assuming it's going to run on PS5 anyway, because not only does PS5 have backwards compatibility with PS4, but it also says new PS4 games must also run on PlayStation 5 from July, Sony tells devs. So basically saying, yo, if you submit our game for testing in July, which maybe they've already submitted for testing, I don't know the exact dates, but it says if you send the game to Sony for testing from 13th July onwards, then it must be compatible with PS5, no exceptions. If you send it before, then you can just make it for PS4, but it's highly, strongly recommended that it also runs on PS5. So at this point, we can assume that the game is going to be on PS5 as well. I don't know if it's going to have extra optimizations for PS5, or it's just made for PS4 and will just also run the same on PS5. Maybe it'll be a case of it runs at 30 FPS on PS4, because didn't Insane Trilogy run at 30 FPS on PS4? Even on PS4 Pro, I think it ran at the same frame rate. So maybe it'll run at 30 FPS on PS4, on PS4 Pro, and then on PS5 it'll run at 60. You know, incentive to play on PS5, I guess. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this, and whenever they drop the trailer, you know your boy's gonna react to it because it's gonna be hype. I don't know if maybe they're gonna reveal it at a Sony event, like, because they already had the initial Sony event where they were showing games for PS5, but that was more of a PS5 event. Maybe they'll have another event where they show off PS4 games, or maybe they'll just group it with the PS5 stuff. I don't know. It depends on when the release date is. I wonder if they're gonna charge $60 for this. You know, I mean, it's a brand new title, right? I don't know if it's AAA budget. I guess we'll see. You know, if the game is really long and the graphics are pretty beautiful, then I don't see why they couldn't charge $60. But I guess we'll find out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Are you excited for this game? Are you mad that they're overwriting the full status of Wrath of Cortex? Did you enjoy Wrath of Cortex? What's your favorite of the Crash trilogy? And what do you think of the games that came after? Because I haven't played all the other ones like Twin Sanity and whatnot. But if you guys want to see me play them, you can let me know. And we could, you know, work something out. It's your boy. Like, we're doing alright. Getting close to 3K subs in this bitch. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. More content coming soon to the channel. But yeah, it's your boy, PREMulous, Rem Gang. And I'm out.